Hello and welcome to Vegan Cheesecake, your favorite podcast all about vegan food and...
The Golden Girls!
I'm Dave Huffman, the bitchy vegan homo.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Vegan Vicki of Urban Sweetness.
And today we're going to be talking about episode 13 from season 2, The Stan Who Came to Dinner.
That dude.
So,
First of all,
obviously from the title, we know it's another Stan episode.
Stan the man. Stan, not the man.
Dorothy's ex-husband, Stan,
Bornak.
who always shows up whenever he needs something.
Always. I'm like, for somebody that produces, what is it? Artificial poop. And made a fortune off of it. Why you need me? Why did you still need me? That's all I'm saying.
Well, I don't know. But yeah, he needs somebody because he's one of those guys that can't just get by on his own. He needs a woman. He needs a good woman behind him, apparently.
He does. And he keep choosing the wrong ones.
Yeah. Well, he's back to Dorothy again because
ain't he though?
He shows up because he needs he's about to have bypass surgery.
He does, and he's worried.
And 80s bypass surgery meant that there was going to be it was pretty invasive.
Right, because they had to cut you open.
Yeah, and
like
the recovery,
rip your chest open.
Yeah, so the recovery now, like someone getting these procedures now, the recovery time is a lot less.
They're like, okay, you're done. You have an hour, wake up, and you're home.
So the plot for this one wouldn't really work because this is all about Stan after he has the surgery having to stay there while he recovers for up to like 3 months. He's there for like over 2, I guess. 2, it is.
Yes, that's too. Oh my God, that's too much.
Not that you're not still recovering after bypass surgery for a while now, but it's not nearly the same.
Right.
I remember when my grandma had open heart surgery back in the 70s, and she was like, it was like half a year. She was just, I couldn't believe that's how long it took you. Because, yeah, they ripped you all wide open.
Yeah, that's true.
Now they just don't tear you apart.
I have a story.
Oh, okay. Let's hear. I love it. It's story time with Vicki.
Story time. Okay, so like when I had my lung removed when I was in the hospital, so they put you in the ICU. So you have to go in ICU for like 24 hours. So I was in there with like heart patients and everything. You had your own room and your own nurse and everything. It was awesome.
You're so fancy.
I know. But there was a lady in the next room. Now, mind you, I had just found out that I had lung cancer.
Yeah.
She was moaning.
Wailing.
My gosh. When I tell you, I mustered up as much breath as I could. And I was like, would you shut up?
I don't care about your suffering.
I was just like, I was so annoyed because first of all, I was like in the mind frame where I'm still kind of under anesthesia and the surgeon comes in and be like, hey, did your sister tell you it was lung cancer? No. So I was in that state of mind, still kind of in and out. And I just hear this,
yeah, it was like a ghost was in the other room.
It was, and
already.
I was like, and I kept saying, I was like, what is, and I'm thinking to myself, what is that? And the lady had a, is that the bypass where they put the balloon in you or whatever?
A stint. Yeah.
Yeah.
Put a stint
so
in.
she had that. And I was like, would you shut up? I'm like, I just had my lung removed and you shut up. It was so, I was like, oh my gosh.
If anyone's going to be whining and moaning, it should be
It's
you.
going to be me.
Yeah.
And all I wanted was orange sherbet.
Oh.
At the time.
At the time, that's all I wanted. This was 12 years ago. Yeah. Wow. I just had a friend who was in the hospital before the whole world shut down.
Right.
One of my best friends was in the hospital for 2 months. Well, in the actual hospital for a couple of weeks. And then he was in like a transitional care, like nursing facility kind of thing, you know? And he was a private-ish room. And then there's someone on the other side. And the one day, like he had someone, actually the first person who was in the other room ended up dying.
Oh, Jesus.
And then the next roommate he had there was a whaler. I went over there. I went to visit the one day and I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know how you can stand it. Yeah.
That is like, and to me.
And I know it wasn't funny because someone's suffering.
No, it wasn't funny.
It almost seemed like comedic wailing.
That's what because it's like, are you sick? Because it takes that much more effort.
Right, to make
those
noises.
For you to wail.
Yeah.
And not just that, to me, in my mind, I'm thinking, and I'm seriously thinking when I'm laying there, if I move, I'm going to hurt more. I'm just going to sit here and chill. I'm just going to lay in my bed.
Just went all zen.
I was zen. But I'm like, don't you think you're moaning, you're vibrating stuff inside?
I would think. Maybe.
But I was like, lady.
Mm-hmm.
And I told my nurse, I said, what is wrong with her? I said, I'm gonna need her to stop. That's exactly. And I said, I'm gonna need her to stop.
Yeah.
And she was like, I know. And she's, they're. And I was like, just be quiet, lady.
So then they put her in a medically induced coma, and it was fine.
They should have.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to her. But I was mad that I had to go to a regular room, but I had a private room. Hey.
Well, Stan was not a whaler, at least that we saw.
Stan was a moocher.
He's a moocher and a whiner is
He
what Stan is. Yeah.
Stan, but okay, I'm sorry. People, I'm sorry I started this with a story. Because
that's all right.
One of the funniest parts to me of this is in the beginning.
Which is?
With Blanche.
Oh, and the twins?
And Rob and Bob.
So that's the subplot of this.
Woo!
The subplot in this one is that Blanche is dating twins. Well, she wasn't planning on dating twins. She was supposed to have Dorothy be the date for the other one.
Dorothy was going to have Bob.
But then Blanche decides that, well, she would never have them at the same time unless it was
tastefully done. I said, go on, Blanche. Blanche said, it has always been a dream of mine.
Uh-huh.
That has got to be funny. Right there.
Well,
and then old nasty Stan is like, wait, Dorothy, let Blanche finish.
Yeah, he wants to hear the whole fantasy.
Nasty.
Well, I like whenever Sophia answers the door and the twins are there. And they said, oh, is Blanche here? And Sophia has the great line of, oh, she must be back on the vitamins.
That's what she said, because she's taking on 2. Go on, Blanche. Hey.
Have we talked about vitamins? Do you take any supplements? I can't remember if we've ever
You
talked
know what?
about this.
I do take astragalus.
Astragalus?
Yes. It's like a root.
Okay.
But it helps with like your, immune system and all that stuff. But I've been taking that for years.
Okay.
And, I used to take some vitamins, then I stopped because I kept forgetting to take the vitamin.
Well,
every day.
As a vegan, there are a couple of things we got to watch out for.
I know. I am actually low in vitamin D.
Yeah, you got to watch your vitamin D. You got to watch your B12s. Yep. You got to watch your omega-3s.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that I take.
So I really need to.
Yeah. I'll give you some before you leave today.
Thank you.
I'll hook you up.
Thank you.
I'll be your little
he's
pill
my
dealer.
pusher.
I'm gonna be your pusher man.
Hey. Yes, so I know, but I know I do that because not last time, but this was because my doctor, my primary physician, he retired. I loved him.
He just gave up. He couldn't do anything more
Listen,
for you. He said, I'm just quitting.
I'm going to tell you something.
You're a lost cause.
He
I'm
was
outta here.
80.
Oh, all right.
When I went to him when I was in junior high school. So
was he still was he using ancient practices like leeches and things? Was
no,
he that old?
No, he stopped that when I was in college.
All right.
No, but this man, I'm telling you, and that's why I had a problem trying to find a new primary physician because he knows everything about me.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you, somebody new all over again.
From scratch.
He was there when they found the mass on my lung. He knew everything about me. And it got to the point where he was so I'll say he was a little immobile that he would sit in the room and people would come to him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But I love him.
Well,
I got to check on him. But okay. Anyway, Blanche, I know y'all, you know how we do. You know how we do, people. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. I asked you about vitamins, and we ended up talking about your geriatric doctor. It's okay. I get it.
That's my man right there. But yeah, so Rob and Bob,
and they always keep messing up the title, the names. I think it's Rob that when Blanche towards the end comes back in from a date with Rob, and she's so impressed with him because he just bought a red convertible
on a credit card.
Who the hell
First of all,
that's not a smart person. That's an idiot. First
of all, I need to know, what are those black cards? Or did American Express just send you a card because you got that much money?
Well, but what kind of idiot?
But who's going to charge and have to pay it off by the end of the month? You got 30 days to pay it off.
That's bonkers.
That's crazy.
Unless he's just really rich, puts it on the card because he wants his miles.
Or that's true.
And then you pay it off.
Maybe he wants, and he's just trying to show off.
I tried to do that once with I was like, oh yeah, I'll just keep using my card and I'll earn my miles.
Yeah.
And I'll just pay it off every month, and that's like the smart thing to do.
Okay.
And in theory, it is.
Right.
But then what happens is you're like, well, I don't really need to pay that. And then you just start slowly, that creeps up, and then you have a credit card problem. So I had to stop doing that because that's just not responsible.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like Stan. No. Or Rob, I guess.
Rob.
Charging a
Bob. Rob. No.
Yeah, I think it was Rob.
Rob.
Who would name their twin kids Rob and Bob? That's basically you name your kid the exact same thing.
Right.
That's just stupid.
Unless you're out there and that's your name and your
parents did that. Well, your parents hate you if they did that.
That's true.
In their own weird way, they thought it was. Yeah. They thought that you weren't two people. They thought they were a joke. That's what your parents. That's what your parents.
Not the
thought.
joke.
No, don't you
Jokey
think
kids.
if your parents named you, if you're twins and they
Robert
named you Rob and Bob
and Bobby,
I think they thought
Robert and Bobbert.
They thought it was. I think they just thought they were.
Yeah,
having, not
that's
children.
Possible.
Just a joke.
That's true.
Boy, there you go. Oh, but all right. So speaking of comedies, here's a transition. The title of this, "The Stan Who Came to Dinner," is of course a play on the old play and movie, "The Man Who Came to Dinner." Have you ever seen the?
I have not.
It's a great movie.
I saw Guess Who's Coming to Dinner.
Yep, totally different. Totally different. The Man Who Came to Dinner. It's like I think it's from like the early 40s, 1941, 42.
I like movies like that.
With Betty Davis.
Ooh.
And Monty Woolley. Monty Woolley plays this totally obnoxious, famous guy who comes to this town, goes to these people's house for dinner, ends up injuring himself, and has to stay there while he's recuperating, which is why the plot of this is the same.
Yeah. So, okay.
Yeah, and then he just like wreaks havoc on their lives because he's, this egomaniac who demands, it'd be like having... Madonna have to stay at your house for a month and just her wanting you to wait on her hand and foot kind of thing. So that's what it'd be like. Yeah. Because don't you think if Madonna showed up at your house, got injured, had to stay there, don't you think your life would be miserable?
Madonna?
Yeah. Specifically Madonna.
Probably because if she's like high maintenance.
I think so.
I'd be like, girl, you better. You know what? It wouldn't be for me because I'd be like, you just sit there. I don't care. I'll throw you in the basement and you'll be down in the basement and you going to get what I cook. That's what's going to happen.
Oh, speaking of what you cook. We did a pop-up yesterday.
We did.
We're recording this on Sunday. This airs on Wednesday. But we had our first vegan cheesecake pop-up together at Birch Cafe, and you made these delicious vegan ribs.
I did. How did you like?
Oh, my gosh. I ate them. They were yummy.
Yes.
Very yummy.
Yes. Yeah. I've been trying to perfect this vegan rib for at least 3 or 4 years.
And I'll say this. Ribs are one of the things that I had never been able to eat as a non-vegan because... I can never eat anything off of a bone. Okay. So it always just freaked me out. Like, it's actually ribs are the thing that I kind of always reflect back onto my body. I always say, like, I can't eat something's leg. I have a leg.
Right.
Like,
okay.
I don't have a carrot. I can't reflect that onto my own body.
Okay, I got you.
So therefore I can eat a carrot. That's how my brain works about this whole thing.
Yeah.
So like ribs to me, like, well, here's my ribs. I can't eat something's ribs. That's just gross. So like even just calling them vegan ribs in a way like almost freaks me out. But there was of course I don't like when I've gone places and they've had vegan ribs where they put that piece of plastic in there to pretend it's a bone. That's disgusting. Why are you doing that? No, so thank you for not doing that.
No.
Thank you for having your no vegan bone, vegan rib.
Yeah, because that does kind of freak you. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that.
And especially because it's usually some kind of plastic, which isn't biodegradable. Why are you doing that? It's just more waste.
You're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's just weird.
I've had it where people like will put like a carrot in there.
A carrot?
Yeah.
Oh, I've not had it with a carrot. Well, that's okay then if it was a carrot.
Yeah, maybe. But still,
it's weird. Dude, but anyway, yours were delicious. Good job.
Thank you so much.
I enjoyed it, and your beans were really good. Yeah.
Yes, and your coconut. That cookie.
Oh, you have one of the coconut lime cookies. Yeah, those are pretty addictive.
Let's just have a. I just had to think about it.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's not overpowering.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just enough coconut, and then you get that hint of lime. Oh, it's in there.
All right.
And you had the cheesecake brownie.
Yeah, we finally did something cheesecake
so
related.
Good,
yeah, you like the cheese. All right, so
y'all gonna have to get in on this.
So I liked when we recorded a bunch of these a few weeks ago, and at the time we didn't have anything going on. We were like, yeah, we got nothing going on, but then we ended up having a pop up together.
Yes, which is awesome.
And well, we'll save it to the end, but we do have something already on the calendars.
We do.
So we can talk about that later. All right, let's get back to the Golden Girls.
Okay. But okay, so Stan.
Yeah.
Is just ordering everybody around.
Uh-huh.
But my favorite, when he was sitting there with Sophia.
With Sophia watching wrestling.
And he was like, oh, I know. Ask me anything. And she's like, when are you leaving? And he thinks it's a joke.
Yeah. Oh.
Have you ever been with somebody and like you're trying to tell them the truth and they're like, you so crazy?
Yeah. Oh, all the time. I have.
You said all the time.
All the time. Don't you encounter that? Like people, I tend to deal with things with humor. So sometimes people don't always know, oh, Dave's just being Dave. He's being funny. It's like, well, no, now I'm being serious. So.
Right. And then they're like.
And same specifically, I had a friend who would always be the first one to show up to a party and always the last one to leave a party.
Oh, wow.
And wouldn't leave literally until you said, okay, you got to go home now. And he wasn't being rude. It was like just how his brain worked. Like he was having fun and he wasn't offended when you told him to go home.
Right.
Like he just needed the instruction. You know what I mean? Like it's time for you to go.
I need for you to put your shoes on, get your coat, and leave.
Whatever social skills people develop that say like they read the room. Oh, people are leaving. It's time to that night.
He don't have it.
He doesn't have that. He just is fine to keep enjoying the company.
So if he's talking to somebody, they're leaving. You're leaving. Okay, I'm gonna find somebody else to talk to.
Yeah, and he'll stay until you just say, "All right, it's time for you to go." Lovely person. He's not annoying. Like
does he live by himself?
He does live by himself. Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Okay.
So you think he's just desperate for attention?
I don't want to say desperate for it, but maybe he just needs
it a little bit.
So
well, but I think that's how Stan is. Like he was just going to stay there until they said you gotta go.
Right.
And that's what they eventually had to do because he lied. Said that he was having a relapse on the same day the doctor told him he could go.
Blanche said, oh my gosh, that was hilarious. She said, isn't that something?
What a coincidence.
And he's like, why are you being so mean? She said, because I hate you. That's what she said. She said, I hate you.
Yeah.
Blanche, this one was full of Blanchisms for me.
Yeah, this one had a lot of Blanche and a lot of Dorothy, very little Rose. Except for she had that one great story. Whenever she comes out, whenever everyone's at their limit with Stan, Blanche is mad because he just drove off Rob.
Right.
And then, Sophia's fed up with him. And then
he broke the ceremonial plate.
Her great-great-granddaddy or grandma, whatever it was.
But she said they present themselves on the plate.
Yeah. I like the tradition. Right. The tradition, apparently, that they've made up for
the great Viking tradition.
Is there's a wedding plate that you fill with fruit, and then everybody eats the fruit off the plate.
Off of it.
And then once that fruit's gone, that's the time.
Then it's time that for
them to go for their honeymoon.
Consummate the honeymoon.
And then he uses that same plate to present himself ceremonially.
Hey! Yes.
Now, that's an image.
He presents the sausage.
All right. If someone came up to you with their junk on a plate.
It depends on who it is. Hey! But I'm just saying.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, it depends on who it is.
I usually think that anything like that crosses the line of being silly, to me, would ruin the mood.
I'd be like, where's the bun, honey? No.
I think you're supposed to apply that yourself.
Oh, hey, but I'm Yes.
Oh, yeah, but that's an interesting tradition.
That's very interesting.
He broke her family heirloom, and one of her relatives, someone was supposed to get married, and she's like, "What are they going to use now?"
What are they going to use?
I'd suggest getting a Fiesta-ware plate because those things are almost indestructible. They are. I have a lot of Fiesta-ware, and they are so heavy.
Yeah.
And so
it is used for food and weapons.
Yeah, they could be.
Hey.
I don't know if you ever heard that Rihanna song, Breaking Dishes. Have you ever heard that song?
No.
Oh, it's a good one.
It's
all about her, like her man coming home late, and she's like, she's breaking dishes up in here all night. Oh yeah, she's not gonna stop until she sees police lights. That's the lyric.
Oh shoot. Hey, okay.
But if you were throwing the Fiesta-ware dishes, I don't think you're just going to have to walk over and pick them up and throw them again.
Yeah, throw them again. They're not breaking.
I mean, they will probably, but
a couple times.
Don't try this at home.
No, that's a disclaimer.
And we're not endorsing, domestic violence.
Any type of violence. The views recorded here are not necessarily the views.
Yeah, they're Rihanna's reviews. They're Rihanna's views, not mine. So yeah,
not ours.
No.
Hey, we just saying. Whoever published the song.
But I had I have so many of those Fiesta-ware dishes that I I'm pretty sure that at some point all of my cabinets are just going to come ripping out of my walls because I overloaded them.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't thinking about that. Like I was thinking, oh yeah, this is fine. And then I realized someone pointed out to me that, do you know how much weight you probably have on those things? And he's like, your cabinets are probably weighted or like rated to handle whatever, 50 pounds.
Right.
And you probably have 300 pounds of dishes up there. I'm like, oh yeah, I should probably not do that.
But hey, it's holding on so far.
Well, I had to spread the love. Now I have dishes all over the house.
See, right.
Like they're just like.
Right, because there's some in there.
There's some in there. There's some in the other room.
There.
Yeah, I've got way too many dishes. And of course, I just want to get more.
Right. That's okay.
I'm some sort of junky whore when it comes to Fiestaware.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But it's neatly put away.
Why, thank you.
That's all I'm saying.
I do like bright colored things.
Yes.
Yeah.
These are a few of my favorite things.
It's true. They are.
Yes.
And so, yes, Rose has that great story about her family tradition. And then Blanche tells a story about her old best friend, the first time she was called a widow.
Yes.
When she was hanging out with her best friend, Becky Sue Bliss.
Yes, at the bar.
Uh-huh.
and of course the men. And she had her wedding ring on.
And her friend says, oh, no, she's a widow.
She's a widow.
But of course she wasn't a widow at the time.
George was just working.
Yeah. She was just having fun.
Just having fun.
And I agree with her. It's okay to flirt. Because it does keep you young and fit, and it keeps apparently your buttocks firm.
There you go.
I didn't know that, but
yeah, it do.
Boop
boop
boop. Keeps
there you go.
Tight.
Hey,
the name Bliss reminds me. I want to tell you something funny that happened to me. I was solicited. On Instagram, via my email. So someone found my Instagram profile, went to my website, and then sent me an email soliciting me to be a brand ambassador. Okay. For I can't remember the exact name of it. It was something Bliss, my Bliss, something or other.
Yeah.
They wanted to send because they looked at my profile.
Right.
According to the email I got.
Right.
And they thought I would be a great fit for them.
Yes.
Okay. And the email was literally addressed to Dear Bitchy.
Hey! Dear Bitchy.
So they didn't look into my website far enough to see that I have an actual first name, but they just, Dear Bitchy. So the product that they wanted to send me, you would think some kind of vegan food or something, some cooking thing or some product. No, it was women's leggings. So they want to send me a pair of leggings for me to do a post to, to really help boost their brand.
You know what? I would have got the leggings.
Well, do you want me to send me the leggings for you?
No.
You want me to get them? I totally should.
Oh my gosh, that would be so.
I will show you. And on our Instagram post for this week, I won't put the name of the company. I'll just do a screenshot of their page, like their what their gallery looks like.
That is
so
hilarious.
You can see what the rest of their page looks like because. No.
That's hilarious.
It is hilarious. Yeah.
You're like, y'all, you've done no research. You've done no research whatsoever. You've done no research whatsoever.
I hate to tell you, I am not a sexy lady.
No. I would put them things on with that bulk sitting right there. Like, boom. These are so comfortable.
Yeah, it's Bliss something.
That would be so. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
it would be really funny. I didn't respond yet.
Oh my gosh.
So there's still time.
That would be so.
I could totally do it.
Oh my gosh. I'd enjoy it. I'd be like, was this what you had in mind? Was this what you had in mind?
I think that's totally what they wanted.
Might be.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Maybe they're trying to expand their brand.
That's possible.
Maybe these.
I doubt it, but that's
possible. Like these yoga pant legging kind of things are, aren't just for the ladies anymore.
I would sit there in full.
Boom. People can wear whatever they want. Things can be gender fluid. I'm just saying, I don't think I'm right for your brand.
That would be, oh my gosh. That is so funny. And I get those all the time. And I'm like, yeah okay, thanks.
Yeah, no, I don't think you actually want me to be part of your brand.
Right. I'm like.
But the fact that they addressed it to Dear Bitchy, I thought was funny.
Hey.
Oh, and speaking of that.
Don't say it.
No, I love this. So last week, she made that post to promote our pop-up. And I didn't even see it. Like, you had used that same thing before. And it was literally just, and I'm a terrible proofreader. I will freely admit that. But for some reason, I caught it as I was reposting it. I was like, oh, she has my website wrong. Yes. And instead of it being bitchy vegan homo, you just had it say bitch vegan homo. I'm like, and I told her, I'm like, I'm bitchy. I'm not a bitch.
Right. I was like, oh my God, did I just do that? I was like, oh my gosh. That is so crazy.
But they could have addressed that email to be like, dear bitch.
Yeah. I would have respected you more, people. I would have respected you more for that.
Squeezed into these leggings.
Listen, that was hilarious. That's hilarious.
It is. It's real good times, isn't
it?
All right. Anything else you want to talk about this episode? Again, another Dirtbag Stan episode?
I just, what was funny when Dorothy walked in on him when he was doing the Dr. J move. After he was,
because he's a basketball expert. Ask him. That's one of the things.
Ask him anything. But yeah, so Stan just had to get up out of there. Stan's a jerk.
You just got to push him out of the nest.
Push him.
But I did think it's true that, like how Dorothy said, she was there to support him even though they weren't married anymore, and how she said if he passed away, she'd still feel like a widow. I totally get that. Like if you spent that much time with somebody,
right?
Those kind of feelings never just go away.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
That made sense.
It is.
Unless the person he was kind of a dirtbag. He confessed about cheating on her.
First of all,
about that chain link conference that wasn't even a conference.
He said, "Well, it wasn't a conference. I just had an affair."
Yeah.
It was so many. He just Stan had diarrhea. He just had diarrhea of the mouth.
Had to keep talking about all the deadbeat things he'd done. Cheated on her whenever they were married.
But she did. She hit him with that bag.
Yeah.
Boom. Get him, girl.
Well,
yes.
So where can people find you, Vicki?
On my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, urban_sweetness. And thank you to everybody that's been following me. I appreciate the follows.
Yeah, and you just had a great segment on Fox 8 this last week.
Did.
You did such a good job. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
It was fun. And then I like that you did a live stream on the Instagram while they were filming it too, because then other people like outside, our friend Kelly down in Florida could watch, and all these other people could watch it, and so that was really smart of you.
Yeah,
and
it was cool.
And when I got the notification on my phone that you were going live, I logged in to watch it, and I didn't realize that I logged in under the vegan cheesecake account.
Okay.
And so that's why it was like, instead of bitchy vegan homo making comments, then at one point I logged out and logged back in as bitchy vegan homo. But yeah, so I was like,
right.
Yeah,
that was hilarious though.
Yeah. So you did a really good job.
Thank you.
I was very proud of you.
Yay.
Good job.
Thank you.
And you can find me at bitchyveganhomo.com or on all social media things except for Facebook. As Bitchy Vegan Homo. On Facebook, it's BVH Show. And the podcast, if you're enjoying it, please take a moment to write a little review of us on whatever platform you're listening to us. And you can follow us on social media on Instagram at Vegan Cheesecake Pod, on Twitter, Vegan Cheese Pod, and Facebook is just Vegan Cheesecake.
Yes.
So just to make it as complicated as possible, everybody has different rules and limitations on number of characters, and it's too long of a name.
Yep. So, and we wanted you all to search.
You gotta really want us if you're gonna follow us.
I know you want me. Hey.
Well, if you want us, we do have some stuff coming up. We are going to be doing another joint pop-up at Birch Cafe on July
18th.
Is it 18th? Is that the date? Of course, I start talking about it and I don't know the day off the top of my head.
That's okay.
But yeah, July
That's
18th.
why I'm here.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And so we're going to be doing another pop-up, have some different things there. And this time we will do a joint combo deal.
We will.
Where you get a dessert with your
I won't say whose fault it was.
I won't either.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And then I will be doing a Pride pop-up for Pride Month. Yeah, happy Pride Month, everybody. Let's all be so proud about me being gay.
June is Pride Month?
Yeah, this is Pride Month right now.
Okay.
There's so much terrible things going on in the world right now.
Right.
That it just doesn't even, gay pride is the bottom of the list, and I understand it. Because there's far more pressing things happening in the world right now than people, but I have to still represent as,
but it's still
the LGBTQ
things
plus
are
community.
Still going on,
we still have our own struggles and our own fights too.
Absolutely.
And so there's still a lot of progress to be made.
Yeah.
And but yes, so I will be doing something on June 27th at Birch Cafe. It'll be another pre-order pop-up, so there'll be details of that announced soon. but I'm going to have like the gayest cupcake you could possibly imagine.
That's what's up.
I'm still working on it, but it's going to be super gay.
I'm so excited about that too.
And hopefully super delicious.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The combination.
Yeah. Gay
super
and delicious.
Gay and delicious. What?
I should put that on my business card. It should say gay and delicious.
Oh my gosh. That would be so awesome. I buy it.
All right.
Hey.
Well, Vicki, thank you for being my friend.
Thank you for being my friend, Dave. Bye, y'all.